excuse me, it's a random live stream. I'm not talking about what I said I was going to talk about, and that is dangerous delusions. You know, the dangerous delusions that targeting puts you in. That's another. Well, that's the next live stream I will directly come with. Before I start this live stream, it will be about what's the worst aspect of targeting? What's the worst thing that targeting? What's the worst tactic? What's the worst tactic used in targeting? What's the worst tactic that's used in targeting? I'm probably not gonna get many comments, if any at all. I usually go live, well, yeah, usually around this time. But yeah, what's the worst aspect of targeting? I'm gonna start with saying that to me, the worst aspect of targeting, how they let you know that you're being targeted and harassed and tracked and surveilled. Um, I would say the worst aspect of that is, um, I would say directed conversations. I didn't think too much on it. This is just kind of a random live stream. I was just kind of watching some gang stalking content, and I didn't really feel like going live. Like I said, I've been back smoking. I started back smoking weed. Once I smoke weed, I become a different person. At least for a while, until I get used to it again and stuff like that. But it does make me lazy, extremely lazy. I've spent at least probably almost $1,000 on it within the last 30 days. It does make me very, very lazy. But before I go deeper into um, the worst tactic of targeting, I would like to say that lie detector tests are $400 plus. I'm not involved with any law enforcement. I'm not involved with any three-letter organizations. No one's telling me to get on here and say any of this stuff, and I don't know any of y'all. So you can really get to studying your mind and your mental health if you think I'm on here targeting you, because I don't know any of you. And I like to say that in every live stream, so people can have a comfortable channel to come to without feeling like, oh, I'm not watching that person no more. That person knows me. That person, someone's telling that person to get on YouTube and say things that have things to do with my life. You know, without those, you can really study your mental. So but yeah, by far the worst tactic I would say is directed conversation. Cause look, it's like this. Direct. It's not bad anymore because you understand that others don't understand. So the example I was going to make is you being on a date, right? You're on a date with your significant other, and in the booth that's directly next to y'all, they're having a directed conversation. You know how the tables are directly next to each other at um, at a restaurant. So someone is having a slander directed conversation next to you at a restaurant. Now, I've and every time I've been to a restaurant, I've had to hear other people talk, but it hasn't really affected me because being with another person that's not being targeted, or being with another person that doesn't know about it, it doesn't affect me much. what you have to understand is that others don't understand this is going to you, and others don't understand that it's possible. Now you think that they understand. Others don't understand that these things is possible. They're going to think that it's some type of. The worst part about it, someone hearing a directed conversation while they're with you, that's they're going to think it's about they're gonna think it's a sign of a sign from the spiritual or something. If they hear a directed conversation about slander, and you want to date with them, and they're gonna think it's something from the spiritual. They're gonna think it's something from the spirit. They're gonna think they're receiving a message about you or something. Or they could think it's about themselves, and they don't want you to hear what that other person is saying. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I really stopped caring about targeting, um, in total, because people, regular citizens, they don't believe that it's going on, you know? And it seems like, I mean, if you want to date with a regular citizen, now if you want to date with a perp, like a perp, you know, I don't know if it'll happen. But yeah, they'll probably notice, and like it's a game to them. They probably know that it's live. They just trying to, destroy you. But yeah, I would say the worst tactic is possibly directed conversations. Like I said, because you could be on a date, you could be on a date, and somebody's right next to you. Two other people or a group of people right next to you at the table, and they're talking loud, not even just loud. Like they don't even have to be loud for you to hear their conversation. But it's like once you know that with the directed conversations are happening to you, you can hear everything around you. You can hear every sound around you. When you at a restaurant, you can hear the cooks. You can hear the cooks talking. You can hear every conversation that's in the room, every word. You feel what I'm saying? So I would say the worst part of targeting is directed conversation. That's what I would say. I would say the worst part of targeting is directed conversations. It's the worst part. Like that's the worst part. And I know I've talked about it before. I've talked about direct conversation a lot. But yeah, that would have to be possibly the worst um, tactic when it comes to targeting. The worst tactic when it comes to targeting would have to be the directed conversation. Hands down. Because you could be on a date somewhere, and the person, the people at the table could be doing extra. Like they could be, um, hey, let the person, they could be purposely, literally trying to subliminally make sure the person subliminally that's with you, make sure that person subliminally get that message that they trying to get from directed conversation. Like if you with a person, they can make sure they get it. Like say they go extra about saying something embarrassing. Like they talking about somebody else, right? They be see like, oh my gosh, he what? They like why they like super loud with it. And they say exactly what the person did too, and it's embarrassing, right? You feel what I'm saying? Like, they do shit like that, bruh. Like they can do shit like that. So you just gotta understand to basically act like it's normal. Act like it's normal life because that person and everyone else in that room, if they're not, hired to be there to see your reaction, those people think those things are normal things. Those people think those things are normal things. Everybody thinks that these things are normal things. They think that these tactics are normal. Like they think that they don't believe. It's like another thing they want you to believe. Like a lot of targets feel like people on the news talking about them, or whatever category of entertainment people are talking about them. a lot of targets believe that you know other people receive those messages as such as well. Like say if you hear something on TV, you know it's targeted toward you. Say you hear something on TV and you know it's targeted toward you. They want you to believe that other people believe that it's targeted toward you. You feel what I'm saying? That's because you don't have a voice, which is all very unlogical. It's very unlogical, bro. It's very unlogical. So it's really just us thinking this way. But they want you to believe that others do. The people that the people that are thinking that way, they know the game. They know that people don't really know that they're talking about you. You feel what I'm saying? It's for you to do yourself in. Like it's for you to do yourself in. Like say you got some coworkers and they talk about something embarrassing. You think they talking about you. You think they heard that about you. If you butt in and say, "Oh yeah, I ain't never did no shit like that," or you snap out on them, well, you can say something like that. You can say, "Oh, I ain't never did nothing like that." But if you snap out on them, like, and even in a friendly snap out, like you just go all in on that stuff and say, "Oh yeah, people probably be saying that stuff about me." Like they want you to say something like that when you hear something, like hear some type of slander. Like, "Oh yeah, they probably saying that about me," and they want you to clear your name of people that ain't even talking about you. You get what I'm saying? And now they think that stuff about you. You know, like that's why I don't pay attention to none of that stuff. But tactics. The worst tactic would possibly be directed conversation. Definitely. I don't know how a lot of people let people um like let like one headlights bother them or car colors. Like that's what makes me really question somebody's legitimacy. And this why I don't smoke weed. I can't even roll a blunt while I talk to y'all, like, cause I just be sitting here talking and stuff like that. But like, yeah, like this will probably be the worst tactic. That'll probably be the worst tactic. Directed conversation and nothing else. I don't know how people let colors bother them. That make me question if they online trying to. People stress the colors. It made me question if people online trying to really make people go crazy about that type of stuff because that's so dumb. It's so dumb. Color harassment. It never bothered me. It's very dumb. It's very dumb. Color harassment is very dumb. Like, oh yeah, that person got on this color shirt. Um, that's making me mad. Oh, they driving around with this color car. Like, bro, that's very mentally ill, bro. That's extremely mentally ill. I don't get mad at people that do it. They probably really is doing that, bro. But that's something that you just gotta ignore. That's something I've never talked about. I've never been like, oh yeah, red cars, color sensitization. They've done it, but it's like it means nothing. Like you're trying to attack my mind. That's what it means. Like, okay, I don't even pay attention to that. And me even talking about color harassment, I'm not even gonna talk about it much because I'll start paying attention to it. But even when I talked about it, and I've said I'm not gonna talk about it much because I'll start paying attention to it, I never paid attention to it. It never bothered me. So why does so it makes me question somebody? It makes me question people. Um, like it makes me question people like legitimacy. Like, are you really being targeted? Or are you on here doing this or what? Like it, and I don't blame people that become like you know, the regular um people that sit at home, probably in the country. Those people that purpose that come in our comment section and you know really perk, like say crazy stuff. People that's really not targeted at all, and they say mean things and insults. Um, I believe those people are like, you know, I don't think they're wrong. Like I don't think they're wrong. Like I don't blame them. Like I see why. Like I don't blame them. I don't blame them. Like when people be like perping and insulting targets and stuff like that, like they you know people with fake channels and stuff like that. I don't blame them. You want to know why? Because it becomes funny the things that you can. It becomes funny the things that you can really play with somebody about. Like, oh, this person think they a target. Oh, I just found out this person think they a target. Let me mess with this person. Like, and they find out all the tactics that you think is. You can really have fun. You can really have some good laughs playing with a targeted individual on YouTube. I don't blame them because y'all think, you know, a lot of people think very delusional, and I don't blame you. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. You think very delusional. You don't really think illogical. I don't blame you because guess what? I used to think delusional. I've been targeted for what 8 years now, since 2018. I used to think delusional for 5 of those years. 5 of those years, I thought delusional. 5 of 8 of those years that I was being targeted, I thought delusional. Oh, everybody watching me, what I'm doing, but people got jobs. Oh, my ex want me, but she not texting me. They haven't even attempted to reach out. Oh, you know, and I haven't either. But you get what I'm saying? Like it if somebody wants you, they would talk to you. I think that's kind of like Havana syndrome when you think somebody wants you and they're not speaking to you. You know what I'm saying? Like for this program, I had you really thinking that, and you're a citizen. It had you not. It had you feeling like you don't want to reach your. You don't want to reach any social success because, which is not good. It's not good. You know, I know it's not good. I'm not doing that. But you don't want to reach any fame success because you feel so targeted or whatever. You know, but when yeah, that's for somebody else, and that's not me. But I guess I mean when I was that was the way I was thinking. But yeah, I used to think very delusional. I used to think very delusional, and that's you know that's what targets think. That's the way targets think. Targets think we think very delusional. I used to think delusional. I used to. I used to. And I hate to even say that because I don't want people to feel uh like I don't want people to feel like oh yeah he you know I don't want people to just click on this channel and just hear one word they see me live and hear oh delusional and they just click off my thing like oh this nigga this dude one of them dudes that talk about targets like they retard like nah bro, I'm a target. I was being gang stalked. I am being gang stalked. I've learned a lot from being gang stalked. You feel what I'm saying? I've man, it's so many things. Like it's just so much. Like it's just so great. Like it's not a good thing, but it's just when you when you look at the pros and the cons, you know, one of the pros is, you know, learning. And when the system attacks you, you you kinda have no choice. You know what I'm saying? When the system attacks you, you kind of have no choice to learn. You know, because the system is not about learning. They're not. They're direct opposite. So you have no choice to learn, but uh, when the system attacks you, the system is not about learning. They don't. They do not. It's blatant. They blatantly don't want people to read. You know, they force knowledge back into to the background. You know, people don't want to read anyway, but they could be forcing knowledge to the forefront. You know, and they don't. You know what I'm saying? So it's blatant to me. It's not blatant to others. Just like how they hide, um, you know, how they hide. You know, anyway. But yeah, yeah. Um, See, I can't even roll. I can't even roll a damn blunt and while I'm talking on here, bro. I can't. Like I can't. You know. But that's you. I'm usually sitting here just talking anyway. But yeah, like yeah, the worst part of targeting it has to be directed conversation. Has to be directed conversation. It has to be. It steps to this stuff, bro. Cause I'm in the thing to where I'm into something to where, like, I'm in a mindset to where, like, I understand this targeting fully. Like, so when when people don't understand it that much, like, I want to play Deepfake Rob. I want to play him. I'm gonna play him on the next live stream, but he in jail now. But he's very like he's smart as like he's smart. Like he was smart. He's smart. But like he knows what he talking about. That's how you know he know what he talking about. He just let the bet. He let that situation get the best of him. Like, well, that's how he in jail right now. That's how you know they was really trying to get him up out of here. Like, you know, he did that to his. I guess he shot. You know, he popped his one of his family members. You know, like, the dude's smart though, bro. Like the dude's smart, bro. Like this was like 5 years ago. Like this was like 5 years ago. He posting the same stuff I'm saying. I finally run across his channel. I mean, I knew him, but I ain't look at his videos. I finally run across his channel like 2 months ago. He's saying the exact same thing I'm saying. I ain't even look at his channel before like 2 months ago. And he's saying the same exact thing that I'm saying. Like, and he's gonna like I'm gonna play one of his videos. He's gonna make some targets. He gonna make some targets feel like he's like dumb. He gonna make you feel dumb. Like he said, what he say? He said, uh, you know, it's a program, idiot. It's a job, idiot. They're doing a job, idiot. Like you said. And the thing is, I didn't see the video until after I've been saying the same stuff. You feel what I'm saying? But we saying it for different reasons. I'm saying that it's a job for you not to care about it. I don't know what's the reason that Deepfake Rob was saying that gang stalking was a job. I'm saying that it was a job for you not to caring about it. I'm also saying who's the job by for you also to not care about it even more. You feel what I'm saying? Like you know, before you know, Target before I used to think that everybody that I see went home with their mind on me. Imagine how that controlled my life. You feel what I'm saying? Like, oh, I'm thinking that everybody that I see in public, strangers, anybody, imagine how that played on my mental. Oh, I smoke too much. The first person that I, the person that I seen, oh, I smoke too much weed. The person that I seen, the first person that the first time I ever seen this person, they think that they attacking me. They trying to get me to stop this. They trying to get me to stop that. They got a personal problem with me, but they're being paid. It's not deep. It's not. It's not deep. They're being paid, bro. They're being compensated to fake hate. So it's two different reasons that we saying it for. I'm saying it's a job to make you not really care about it. Like I'm saying it's a job to make you not really care about it. I'm saying who hired them to make you really not even care about it. The gang stalkers, I'm saying it's a job, and who hired them to make you really not care about it. They're being compensated, bro, in some type of way. Deepfake Rob will tell you that. He made videos 5 years ago. He's currently incarcerated for, um, you know, doing something, uh, putting somebody away. One of his people, he put him away, like he shot him or something, popped him or something. For whatever reason, that was dumb, but you let the best you let them get the best of them. You know, you let them get the best of them. You can't do that. But yeah, cause like I said, they don't. No one really cares. I could see if it was really cared. You're walking around thinking that everyone has a personal problem with you. No one really cares. No one really cares. And I said this shit to I said this shit in excuse me, damn, I ain't been live. I need to not curse. But I said this in uh I'm gonna say this in another live stream. Is and that's in a dangerous delusion, bro. Like it's not your fault. It's manufactured dangerous delusion. Yeah. Feel good, bro. Somebody decided you were so important to put you in to target you, to put your mindset in a dangerous delusion. You feel what I'm saying? I'm gonna make an example, right? Um, bro, a you can see a you can see hold on, that's mom coming in the house. But you can see but yeah, you can the thing is that you can make I mean, you can be this is how much it controls you as a target individual. You're looking at every sign possible. Um, you can see a license plate with North Carolina license plate, and you're in whatever city. Now you think they're telling you to go there. You know what I'm saying? And you'll go there. That's a simple. That's not really a dangerous delusion right there. you know. But that's a simple one. But it's a bunch of very dangerous delusions, bro. Like, I've been seeing a lot of lives and stuff like that. It's a video I want to post, but I can't. Of another target. I don't want them messing with my channel because that person can't receive views like that. Like, but you know, it can get you messed up. Like it can get you messed up. Like you thinking everybody target you. I just seen a video the other day. Another target playing with somebody else, like playing with a random citizen. Ain't nothing happened, but it's just crazy. Like when I see that stuff, bro, these people don't know you. You wouldn't be doing this if you didn't know what targeting was. They don't know you. Dude was looking at him like he was gonna knock him out his socks. They don't know you, and you playing with random citizens. They don't know you. They don't know you. They'll make you think everybody in your environment is involved, and they're not. So that's a very dangerous delusion. And most targets are approaching with aggression anyway when it comes to a random person on the street, and they don't even know you. You know, they don't know us. They receive whatever information was to do, but they don't know us. And the person that received that information usually don't. It ain't that many people that receive that usually. But yeah, that's honestly sickening, bro. Like you can walk out in public, and now you think everybody's involved with targeting you now. You feel what I'm saying? Like you can think everybody's involved with targeting you. You can walk out in public and think everybody's involved. It's a dangerous delusion. But I'm not talking about that this live. Um, like it's literally a dangerous delusion. Literally, that's another live stream probably this weekend. Um, but yeah, I won't be live every day. Like I said, I just started back smoking. Lives every day. It's not really needed, but you know, I'm coming on here giving y'all knowledge I wouldn't expect myself to have. I just sat back and observed, and it's like, yo, let me just use logistics, and it's simple. It's as simple as I ain't used logistics all my life. You feel what I'm saying? When I started using logistics, it just became more simple. I would lose a relationship back then, like, and I just couldn't handle myself. But I'm like, oh, that's a relationship, bro. It's 8 billion people in the world. Pause. There's 8 billion people in the world. I can have a relationship with 8 billion people, with 8 billion other people. Pause. That's using logistics. Women, of course. That's using logistics. That's using logistics. It's 8 billion people in the world. I can have 8 billion other relationships. Why am I letting this relationship hold me back or hold me down? As simple as that. That's just one example. That's just something I would like to say real quick. That's how far I am into it. Um, my whole life, since I was 16, or something like that, I would think that I had a real problem with believing that you know, I had a real problem with somebody else getting behind my significant other. You know what I'm saying? You know, even after a relationship, I had a real problem with that. Like, but don't you know that's supposed to happen and that's going to continue to happen? And that is most men problem. I don't know how I don't have that problem anymore. I don't know how, but I believe it's just logistics. Like, it's gonna be somebody behind your significant other after y'all break up. Nothing lasts forever, so it's going to be somebody behind your significant other pounding like a gorilla. That's going to happen. You feel what I'm saying? I've come up with the conclusion that you don't have to see it or you don't have to know it, but you know it's happening. But it's worse if you see it. You feel what I'm saying? It's worse if you see it. It's worse if you know it's happening. If you break up with your ex and you see they significant other, it's worse. You know what I'm saying? It's worse. But you don't have to know that stuff. Yeah, you don't have to know that stuff. Most people, um, be in other people's business. Most people be in other people's business. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you don't have to know that type of stuff. So yeah, that stuff don't bother me. Um, yeah, regardless, with me, it doesn't bother me. It's logistics. Someone's going to be behind your significant other. When y'all break up or even during that, it's logistics. So that's just an example of the mindset that I'm in. But it's just it's just what it is. Like it's I just know that there's people that can't fathom that. You feel what I'm saying? People that can't fathom certain things, and they're natural. People can't fathom certain natural things. They're natural. Things are natural. Whether a breakup leads you, whether a breakup leads you to violence, whether a breakup leads you to violence. My bad. I'm spending my weed, but whether a breakup pause. Yeah, I've never done no drug in my life like that. But whether a breakup leads you to violence or it leads you to a shopping spree, it is still it's the same thing. Whether a breakup leads you to violence, extreme violence, or a shopping spree, it's the same thing. You know what I'm saying? You're still dumb. Especially when it comes to that, you know? Like, especially when it comes to that. Like a breakup will lead you to violence or um, or a shopping spree. You feel what I'm saying? You know how you want to get fresh after a breakup, trying to, you want to buy some nice shoes and stuff like that. Whether a breakup leads you to a mall to buy clothing, a shopping spree, to buy a new car, or violence, all of it dumb. I had a breakup um, lead me to wanting to be famous. You feel what I'm saying? Not chasing fame. But most of them shit stupid. Like you'll be thinking like, oh, you gonna regret that. Like, yeah, like nah. Nah, I don't even want nobody to regret nothing no more. It ain't even, life ain't about that. I figured out what life is about. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm not talking. I'm off of target right now. I'm talking about some other stuff right now. But, I'm just making an example while I roll up this blunt and sit here and talk to y'all. But, but yeah, the worst part of targeting would possibly be definitely have to be directed conversations. Definitely, definitely have to be directed conversations. Yeah, definitely, no doubt. Definitely has to be directed conversation. Um, because the directed conversations, that's pretty much everything. The directed conversations is pretty much the tracking, harassment, surveillance, because they gotta track you to harass you, to surveil you, or watch you. They ain't gotta really do that, but that's how it messes with you. It'll mess up a date or something like that. But yeah, I just wanted to go live. I just wanted to go live real quick. I just was watching some content. I just decided to just like let me go live real quick. What's the worst part of targeting? The worst part had to be directed conversation. Um, I will be making another live about how dangerous the delusion is of targeting and gang stalking. It's really going on, but it's a manufactured dangerous delusion. Uh, it's a dangerous delusion. It's a real thing. Yeah, it's real. Targeting is real, but it's a very dangerous delusion. It leads to very dangerous delusions, meaning very dangerous delusions. It leads to extremely dangerous delusions. So that'll be the next. Um, that'll be the next video that I make. It'll be about dangerous delusions. It leads to extremely dangerous delusions. Extremely. And not even the delusion of something that makes you want to commit violence. I'm not even mentioning that. Like it leads to very dangerous delusions. Excuse me. It leads to very dangerous delusions. I mean, very dangerous delusions. Delusions that you think you would think are nothing. You know, like delusions that you would think are nothing, like it's not really a problem. Delusions that you're not really thinking of. You're not thinking of them. Um, you're not thinking of them as being a problem. You're not thinking of certain delusions as being a problem, and they are. If you want to get a sneak peek of that, you can look at my post. Um, but yeah, I think I did a pretty good live stream. I've been been off here for a minute. I would say like almost a month now. Took a month break back on here. Probably be doing about 3 times a week, live streams or something like that. Other than that, I love all y'all. I'll be back on here. I've been, just back smoking weed, drinking. Been drinking, but back smoking weed. It's funny that drinking. I was getting on here every day when I was drunk. I guess that's like the aggression. I was mad. I would get on here every day live. I would be live drunk every night. Once I started smoking weed, it stopped. Like, cause it's different. Like it's different. Alcohol do make you aggressive though, but I'm not mad. I purposely make our. I purposely. I purposely make hour-long live streams. I have 100. I have over. I probably got like 100 live streams over an hour. So you know, y'all really can't be mad. Nobody really has that. Nobody really dedicating that much time to, you know, um, teaching y'all like what's going to happen if you move in a certain mindset. Continue to instill the mindset that's supposed to be had moving with this type of stuff. You know, nobody's really that dedicated to doing that. So I'm not really mad for that month off. It was like every day though. I'm thinking like, yeah, I want to go live. Weed is very strong. It's not. I used to think that alcohol was way worse than weed, but weed, I can say that I've called off because I was high. I ain't called off because I was drunk. Called off work. I ain't want to go to work because I was smoking weed. So I understand what they saying, but it's just more of a weed got long term effects. You feel what I'm saying? Like it make you very lazy. That's pretty much it. It does. But um, um, alcohol. The thing is like alcohol. I'm on here every day. I was getting up going to work. I was going to work drunk. Weed is weed. Weed really does mess you up, but it doesn't mess you up in the body like alcohol or anything else. It just makes you lazy. But I'm about to get off here. See, I haven't even finished rolling my blunt. It's been like I've been 50 minutes on here. I haven't even finished rolling up nothing. Like that's why I don't really. It's different. It's very different. Like when I smoke weed, it's very different. It's very I'm worse. I'm a worse type of person. And it's funny that alcohol is not really like that. Like it don't make me a worse person for some reason. But I'm all off topic. But I was just finna get off of here. Like that's what I was saying. I'm finna get off of here. I will be back live. Um, Probably sometime this weekend. But yeah, I want to talk about the dangerous delusion that they push you in. It's just a dangerous delusion. And I'll be live later, probably this weekend or something like that. And it'll be about the dangerous delusions. And to me, I would say the worst part of targeting is directed conversations. So, what's the worst tactic of targeting? I want y'all to make videos. Anybody that's seen this, anybody that's gonna come across this, you make content, make videos excuse me, make videos that, um, make videos that, tell me your worst tactic. Tell me the worst tactic in targeting. Is it cyberbullying, cyber harassment, hacking, aka? Is it um, tracking, surveillance? See, it's not even surveillance once you know. You got to really think about it. Think about it. It's not really surveillance once you know who is surveilling you, and you have the like this surveillance is one career job. But excuse me, man. I'm finna get off. We live later today.